What is FARC fighting for? Imagine a country where social and economic inequalities have been a persistent issue for decades. This is the backdrop for the Colombian armed conflict, and at the heart of it is the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, or FARC. So what is FARC fighting for? FARC was formed in 1964 by a group of peasant fighters who were influenced by Marxist, Leninist, and Maoist ideologies. Their initial goal was to overthrow the Colombian government and establish a socialist state. The leaders, particularly Manuel Marulanda, were driven by the writings of Marx, Mao, and even Bolivar. One of the main objectives of FARC was to redistribute land to the poor and empower peasants. They aimed to develop rural areas in a socially just way, focusing on improving infrastructure, education, and health services. In areas under their control, FARC acted like a de facto government, building roads, bridges, and electrical grids, and even establishing a judicial system to mediate disputes. FARC's strategy was based on Mao's concept of protracted popular war, which involves 3 phases. The first phase is strategic defense, where the group focuses on survival and low-level violence. As they gained resources, they moved to more aggressive tactics, including large-scale attacks on Colombian troops and controlling drug trafficking routes to fund their operations. Despite their involvement in drug trafficking, which significantly boosted their military capabilities, FARC's core ideology was rooted in addressing social inequality and political repression. They sought to transform Colombia through political and social reforms, such as constitutional changes, more democratic local elections, and greater public access to media. The conflict in Colombia is deeply rooted in social and economic issues, with a large portion of the population living in poverty, especially in rural areas. FARC emerged as a response to this unaddressed social and political conflict, aiming to challenge the status quo and bring about significant changes. In recent years, despite a peace agreement in 2016 and the disarmament of FARC, some dissident groups continue to fight, claiming the government has not respected the peace agreements. This ongoing struggle highlights the complex and enduring nature of FARC's fight for social justice and political transformation in Colombia.